Hi everybody, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio. Welcome back. I couldn't decide which project to work on today, so I did what anybody would do in such a situation. I flipped a coin. So I hope you hang around, and we're going to work on a steampunk Christmas folio. I hope everybody has had a great start to their week. I am filming this after my work day, and it is, just a couple of days after the time change, so it's a lot darker in here than it normally is this time of day. So I have my light on today, so if you have a problem with the way the video looks, please let me know so I can make some adjustments as we go through this winter time deal until we get back to it being in the spring and light until 8 o'clock at night, because right now it gets dark about 5:30. So, and I mean dark. So, please let me know if there's glare that you can't see or shadows or whatever, and I'll try to make those adjustments in my lighting. So, like I said, I couldn't decide which project I wanted to do today. So, I basically just flipped a coin, and this little steampunk folio 1, it won't be a full journal. It's just going to be a folio with some pockets with some tags and stuff like that in it. And I want to use our tag that we made the other day, which is somewhere over here in my stack of stuff. I think it's in this box, which you can't see the box, but it's just a cigar box that I have a lot of my Christmas little cutouts in. This one right here. I'm dumping everything everywhere, and I've lost one of the tags out of there somewhere, but I will find it. So I want to incorporate this little tag that we did the other day into this little folio. So the first thing I will do is tell you what I am using and how I got to this point. I went ahead and did all the tedious work because I didn't think you guys wanted to see this. Basically, what this is it is like a folder like you use in school that opens up, and it has the 2 pockets at the bottom, and it would look like this, not folded down. It's just a regular, that wouldn't be cut off, but it's just a regular folder. And I cut it to the width that I wanted it, and I made out of the front cover this little design to be my flip over, and then I totally rotated it upside down. So these are the pockets that would be on the bottom, and they're going to be on the top in my folio. And then I just folded the top down to make these little flaps. So what we're going to have is I'm going to do 2 of the flip ups here on each side that will flip up and down, and then I have put a large envelope that's going to flip out like that, and it's going to have a pocket in the top, and probably a pocket here too. We'll add some pockets and things as we go along, and then that's how it will close up. And this is the flap that will be on the front. And you can see, you know, I've turned it completely upside down because that's the back of the actual folder. So I've pre-cut some pieces to kind of save some time. Not that I won't have to trim them a little bit along the way. But we're going to start with covering the inside and then move to the outside. And I just used a piece of paper to hinge that folder on there because I think it's going to be strong enough for this. I'm going to move some of these glue things out of the way. The one thing about doing a folio and filming it is you take up a lot of real estate. So if I cover something up or you can't see something that's out of shot, I apologize for that. But I only have so much room that's within the camera width to show. So I'll do my best to keep it all in there. The paper that I'm going to use for this is this Graphic 45 paper, and it is called Christmas Time Collection, and you can see it has a real steampunk vibe, and I love it. It's beautiful paper, and you'll see as we put the pieces in that it's really unique. And but I think it's, I mean, you could make a journal out of it, but to me, I thought it was more fitting for a folio type thing so that you could really do some things like this, you know, with the gears and stuff like that. And the bulk wouldn't make as much difference as it would if you were trying to do a journal that you're going to write in, you know, where the pages are going to be all bumpy. So that was my thought process behind that. So, and I've already inked pretty much everywhere. I may need to add a little. I have not inked these papers, but I have just gone through and, you know, cut the papers down to where I think they should be. And we're probably still going to have to do a little bit of trimming because I did that really, really quickly so that I could get the video started. And I can already tell I got to trim this one down on the edge just a tad because you don't want to be right on your creases. You want to allow room, you know, for your little flaps and everything to fold up. So you don't want them right against your creases. And I didn't ink that, which I will do right now. And I'm being pretty generous with this because most of it's going to be covered up anyway. And I want it to be grungy, of course, because it's steampunk. And I'm just going to use glue stick on most of this, I think. If I can find where I put it. Hope everybody had the chance to watch the guest design team flip through the journal that I did for Tailor Made Journals. It was so much fun. She has such beautiful papers. That was really an honor to be asked to do that. And it's always fun to have an idea and watch it come to life and it end up looking like you want it to in your mind. And I can't wait till December so that I can use it as my little Advent journal. like I said, you just want to double check and make sure that you're not getting right on your seams so that they still close nice and flat. And that one needs to be trimmed right on this top edge. Just a tad. Probably because my folding's not straight. Sorry, I'm gonna have to flip this around a little bit so I can get to it. Okay. Alright, and the hardest thing now is remembering what I cut to go where. Like I said, this paper is really pretty. And I love steampunk. Anyway. Let me grab my glue book. I need to be laying that on the journal and trying to put glue on it. I'll end up with glue everywhere. I go quite heavy on the glue stick on this paper because it is scrapbook paper and so it's thicker. If I was doing a regular journal, I wouldn't even use a glue stick. I'd be using art glitter glue on it, but I found for this kind of stuff, it's okay. Okay, there's that. Missed doing that one. Sorry guys, this is really hard to manipulate. Such a big piece. Keep it in frame. Is everybody getting ready for the holidays? I'm looking forward to, we didn't even have Thanksgiving last year with any of my family, so I'm looking forward to that this year. Everybody coming. And I actually just put the glue on the opposite side of what my original intent was, but it's all right because I like all of this paper, so. All right, and then if we go here, I'm using that same background paper just to give it a little bit of a consistency, since when you open it up you do see both of those at the same time. Go ahead and get all of these. I don't know how I missed those when I was inking everything else, but I did. those of you that have not seen them, I have listed a few zipper tags, Christmas zipper tags, and that will probably be the last ones that I do this season. So if you're interested in one of those, the ones I have currently in my Etsy shop will be it for Christmas. So unless you want to do a custom order, but I'm not going to make any that are just general stock. But I'm always willing to do custom orders. I know this gluing part is pretty boring, but I wanted you to see the folder without anything on it so that you could see how I laid it out. That one needs to be trimmed. See, I knew I didn't get see if I can fold some of that up and get it out of the way while we're not working on it. That may help. A little bit fiddly to get to where I need to go. Okay. Now let's do this one. And I will have to trim that as well, but I'm not going to do those while you're watching. I'll go back and do those. But of course, I'll trim that down to be exact. Okay, and then for the top piece, I have this on both sides. This time I'm going to put the glue on here. And I'm not worried about those little slits. That's where the folder had a place that you could put a business card. And I think once I get it covered, I got a glue glob. Once I get it covered, it's not gonna affect anything. here. Okay. I will go back and make sure that I get all these edges, but you all get the point that I'm gonna heavily ink. All right, so now we need to do our little flippy out. I will tell you, I like the little dome covers on the inking tools, except for the fact that you can't set them up because they roll. And that kind of, I'm constantly rolling it right off the edge of the table. Okay, and on the inside, put the green. I think I'm actually going to do this side. Again, I'm just leaving just a little bit of space there in between so that it closes nicely. And up here at the top, I'm actually going to just do some German book page because I am going to put a pocket up there. So I'm not going to worry about using a piece of my paper up there. Well, that tore straight, didn't it? Sure, it was operator error. Sorry, I'll move you back up where you can see in just a second. All right. Sync this up. Okay, so we have one more to do over here on the other side. I said I wasn't going to do this, and here I am, trimming it down. All right, and then I want to do the same thing here, but I think I'm going to have to grab another piece because none of my little scraps are going to be big enough. Put those in my scrap bin. All right, and the way I'm gonna do this is gonna lay it there and trace it with my invisible pencil Where did my pencil go? Lordy, lordy. Sorry, guys. I can't find my pencil. I'll scoot that up just a little bit so I don't get that. Whoops. And this pattern that I put on here, I just kind of did it with a pencil. I mean, I didn't have anything to go by, and I did it that way because of the kind of closure that I want to make, and I can't see that at all. All right, let's try that again. This paper is like really, really, it's got kind of a coated surface. And this pencil that I'm using is a really light leaded pencil anyway. And so, yeah, I couldn't see that at all. And I about can't see that. I'm sure you all can see it better than I can. All right, we're gonna try this. I've got that light shining right down on me, and it's glaring off the paper, and I can't see the line that I made. Okay, hopefully that's going to be close enough. Yep, that'll work. Again, this is just the back of the flap, and I'm sure you can't see where I'm gluing because there we go. So I didn't want to use a piece of my paper for that. My scrapbook paper for that. Didn't get totally on the line there, but that's okay. We can trim. We can also sand, which would probably be easier in that. If you have a place like this that has a curve and you're trying to get down in there and you can't get down in there with your scissors, you can take a piece of sandpaper and it'll take it right off, and it'll give you a nice smooth edge in that curve without having to try to get in there with your scissors. There we go. Makes it a whole lot easier than trying to get your scissors down in there. Okay. Upside down. All right. So now we have the inside finished, and we can see how much bulk we're going to have on the outside and put our front piece on. And what I did for the front piece is I took one sheet of paper and I cut it to size, and then I laid the flap on top of it so that I could get the flat piece out of the one piece of paper, so that when I glue it down, it's going to look like one piece, like this. Okay. And sorry, I'm shifting. I'm gonna kind of sit on my foot for a minute. So I think we want to do this piece first and then do the underneath piece. And I don't mind if this hangs over a little bit, and actually that looks really cool because it has that checkered paper on the back. I am more interested in making sure that whatever I do here, I can line up this piece so that it makes sense, so that it actually says, you know, Christmas time, and not, you know, take the H out of it or take the R out of it or whatever. So I'm going to glue this piece on where it needs to be, and then we will put the underneath piece on, if that makes sense. And I think I will use that black and white checkered for the back. And then, of course, when I put this piece on, this is going to be white underneath there, because it's, you know, I'm going to glue this piece like so. And then when you flip this up, you're going to have this as white. And so I'm going to put book page right there so that it won't be white underneath. And it'll also tie into this. There we go. Trying to get rid of the slime. This paper's pretty brittle, and so I like to use it more in glue down situations to where I know it's going to sturdy it up than for like a page, you know, that you're going to flip in your journal. Okay. Nope. Alright, so let's put this down. And I wanted to use the German book page because this paper reminds me so much of the German Christmas shops that I went to when I went to Germany. They're amazing. Okay, now all right, now for getting this lined up. Okay. All right. I think that's looking pretty good. We've got just a little bit of an overhang there. And I'll tell you what I might do is I might take this checkered pattern because I'm going to have to, well, maybe not. I think I'm going to put some kind of little what's the word I'm looking for, guys? Like a, you know, I'm gonna wrap it like this. The word escapes me at the moment. So I don't know if I want to put the checkered on the back or if I want to put the checkered on the two sides. I might put the checkered on the two sides and put this on the back. So that will be the back, and then I'll cut two pieces. Like maybe an inch wide. No, let's do 1.5 inches. Spine. There it is. There's the word. That's what I'll do right there. All right, so I think we're going to stop there for today. And I'll go ahead and put those spine pieces on. And in the next video, what we will do is we will work on the inside, making our pockets and all that kind of fun stuff. So, clean up my mess here. Got a mess. So this, to recap, this is where we are. It's going to flip out like this. These are going to be pockets that will open up and flip up, flip down. We got our envelope that's going to flip out. It's going to have a top loading pocket here, and we'll put some pockets here. I think what I'll do here is do the little circles with the string. I don't know why words are escaping me today, but I can't think of anything that I'm trying to think of. Pocket here, maybe. Some kind of tucker pocket here. So even though it's not a huge folio, I think we're still going to be able to have lots of room and stick a lot of tags and stuff like that in there, journal cards and stuff. So anyway, I'm liking it so far, and wait till you see what my plan is for the closer. I have a really cool idea for that. So I hope you come back and watch as we finish this up, and also do some work in our altered book. This is it, and it is coming along nicely. It's almost finished, actually. So I do have a couple more tags to put in it, but it's turned out really cute, and I will do a video flip through of it as well. And this is just an old leather book that was called The Book of Life Volume 4. And I just pretty much left the cover how it was and just altered this by adding these things into these little impressions that were already here. So I'm really liking how that's coming out as well. So thanks, guys. Thanks. Sorry, I'm sure I just jarred the camera. Thanks for hanging out with me. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. We're going to have lots of fun for the remainder of this year and also for the upcoming year. And I would love to see you all back. Thanks.